Hello ladies and gents, Romie Reviews here. Please like, comment, subscribe. This is my review for Star, Season 3, Episode 4. All Fall Down. Now, the episode actually starts off with the girls in the studio. And the entire episode, Star has her belly out. Star is one of those where it's like, look, this is the child. It is what it is. The baby needs to breathe. So all my clothes are normally tight. So this is just what it's gonna have to do. They're all talking about their respective things. They're trying to come up with new music for take 3. But Star, the important thing in this whole initial scene is Star sees her check from her song, There For You Bees. Now, the problem is Maurice took half of the money because he was a producer. So he wanted half of the money, and Star was pissed. We don't even know how much it was. She didn't even say how much it was. I said, dang, that little? All we know is she said that she was going to get him. And I'm thinking, oh, Lord, here we go. Maurice, I guess, used to be a football player. And so he's there with his football people at the new club that he's a part of with Cassie. And guess who is there as one of the football wives? Me, Faust. I said, wait a minute, Mimi, is that you? Yes, it was her. And we see that Maurice had an ex-wife. Her name is Megan. She's back in town. It looks like she's going to be back to stay. And Megan doesn't want anything to do with Maurice. I'm thinking, ooh, how much cheating did you do? Carlotta's been working really hard, and Cotton has noticed it. And Cotton guilt-tripped her and said, I want to at least have one parent here. So just go and take a rest. Carlotta tries to do that, but we realize whenever she sleeps, she has nightmares of the day that, well, the moment when High Heel was shot and killed. Well, at least shot. And so that's why she's been working so hard, which we already figured. Now we see Star. She's in the club, and she's like, hey, dude. Hey, thief. You're trying to go and steal my money. At this point, I think Noah's there. Noah's there. Jackson's there. And Star is just like, look, this isn't over. She takes a bottle. She goes and blasts it. It sprays all over them. Noah loves crazy, so he loves Star acting the fool. Jackson's just like, look, you need to stop this. You're holding my baby. Alex, you know, with her Leah-inspired look, she's in bed, sleep. Derek comes along, kissing on her, like, come on, let's go and do something. But then she gets a text from her stalker. And the stalker wants to bring her coffee. Derek does feel like it's a little weird, but then they start to have sex anyway. Yes, it is a camera. That light was because it's a mini camera on that picture frame. And so it's apparently a live camera that her stalker is using to watch her and listen to her. And she's even emulating Alex having sex with her boyfriend Derek. I said, oh my God, this woman lost her mind. Her mother probably doesn't even know where she is. Come on now. Was that really her sister? Huh? Anywho, wow. Was that even her sister? Anyway, Maurice is talking to Noah, and Noah's talking about his next album, and Maurice says, once a week, I need you to perform. And Noah said, that wasn't part of the deal. He said, yes, it is. Yeah. Well, what about creative control? The creative control is for your albums, for your music, not about your performance rights. And I said, dang. And Maurice is like, so I'm still a slave. It's like, freedom ain't cheap, or freedom ain't free. I said, excuse me? Excuse me? Excuse me? Wow. Freedom ain't free. Okay. Now, Cassie has a hold of a beaten up buddy, a bloody and bruised Andy. And he was like, I'm sorry, I'll leave town, I won't snitch. She said, oh, I know that, but you stole from me, you lied to me, you embarrassed me, so now here's what's gonna happen as a result. And so she put the tape over his bloody mouth again. So there's that. Now, uh, now we have an issue because I guess technically the two heads of Mateo and his wife, they're discussing how much it's going to cost because Mateo wants to put on or finance this bougie event because, again, he's all obsessed with image and high society. And Carlotta comes in and she talks about how she wants to essentially do like a Made in America thing almost, where live festivals will have different performances, the whole shebang there. And it's a great idea. It's a great revenue builder. They have the music, they have the catalog to support it. But Carlotta, her time is running out in order to bring in a profit and make Gravity Records successful. Remember, she only has 6 months and time's moving. Now, Simone is talking to Mateo's wife, and she feels weird because she's like, oh, I saw you two kiss after I told you that information. So I guess, you know, I wanted to make sure that you knew that you didn't need to be in a relationship with someone who would do that. She said, no, I'm actually in an open relationship, Simone. So it's not what you think. Just like, oh, I'm sorry for being judgmental. She said, no, you're looking out for me. I appreciate that. Here's your script. What? I want you to present, because you're in the movie and you're the lead, I want you to present at this fundraiser so that we can give you more exposure. Now, Simone and this reading thing, I already knew that that was going to be an issue. Next thing we see, next thing we know, Carlotta is trying to schmooze Terrence J's character on the show. He's this big hotshot who would bring a lot of positive attention to their company, and they're going to use his event to do it. Now, Terrence was talking to Carlotta, and he's pissed because he feels like, wow, Mateo, when it took over my event, he's making it some bougie socialite thing when it's about urban community kids and people who need help due to gun violence. And that's when she said, why don't we have Alex Crane, who's also a survivor, go and perform? Just like, Alex Crane, okay, that's more on branded message. So now Carlotta has to tell everyone what she's done. Now Carlotta has to tell everyone, hey, and Carlotta looks a mess, by the way. Everyone looks at her like, are you okay? Sorry, you're gonna have to handle your own issues with Maurice. And Alex, I need you to come up with a new song and perform at this event, because if we don't secure this guy, we're gonna lose this opportunity. And it does suck that she does have to rely on them so much to get all of this accomplished, but you know, Carlotta's done a lot for them, so at least they could do is show up and show out for her. Star, again, outside devising her plan on how to take down Maurice, runs into Noah. He still has some stuff left at the record label, and he wants to go and get it, and he acknowledges that it looks like Maurice is trying to screw him over too, but hey, he already signed the contract. And Star said, excuse me? You're not someone who just gives up. Why would you just go and let someone take advantage of you? Let someone go and do this and do that. You have a choice. You can go and get out of that contract if you really want to. So then it puts an idea in Noah's head, because Star isn't wrong. Now we see Maurice go and reach out and talk to his ex-wife, Megan. And this is where we hear that Maurice, while he was a football player, and like he was cheating on her profusely and got caught up, and so she wasn't willing to take the disrespect anymore, so she left. And so she needs time. She's not saying that she'll never get back with him, but she needs time. Now we see Carlotta's on the phone with someone and notices, why are these two people looking at High Heels trailer motorhome? What is going on? So that's when she runs outside. Cotton runs out behind her, and Cotton called them so that they could take it away. Cotton's trying to help her mother move on, but Carlotta threatens them and warns Cotton that don't you do something like this ever again. And Cotton's just like, wow, she's really stuck on him. That's why she's a wreck. Yes, those guys looked scared. Those guys they looked like, oh Lord, she's gonna mollywop us. Poor little malnourished things. Anyway, Alex is in the studio with her stalker. I'm not acknowledging her by name. With the stalker, and Derek comes through. She keeps taking all these close-up pictures. Again, just too much, too much. This isn't, at this point, this isn't even a fan. This is a stalker. And she was like, oh my God, so cute, so loving. And Derek's a little over it. He's looking at her, can I get some space? Now, the thing is, they're in a studio. So the stalker is able to hear what they're talking about. And she was just saying, homegirl over there is doing too much. You know, you need to set some boundaries or something because you just need to watch out. And she's like, no, she really needs me. Da, da, da. And of course, the stalker loved hearing that. So now she doesn't like Derek, and I'm wondering what is she gonna do to Derek because we never know. When Noah was introduced to Megan had that look in her eye like, oh. So now Noah came back to her office because he needs legal counsel, and he needs someone who knows Maurice and who can willingly help him either break his contract or at least amend and alter his contract. And she looked like she was down for it, so cool. Star's talking to Jackson, and Jackson is just saying, you need to slow down and chill. Star said, I need to get this money since your job cannot.
Remember to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe and come back.
Support the baby. He said, fine. You know, you're right. The least I can do is help out my baby mama. So Star's going to devise a plan to go after Maurice. She needs to get something over him in order to get leverage and get her money. Even though I'm thinking, Star, this is part of the mess up stuff with the music industry. You know, I'm not mad at you doing what you need to do to try and get over it. But, I mean, to take charge of it. But I don't know how this is going to work out in the end. We see Cassie and X, and X is trying to put the moves on Cassie. Cassie really wants to go legit. X essentially told her this: look, you're a criminal. You're a thug. You are being exactly who you want to be, who you should be. So let's stop playing games. Instead, just embrace it. Clean my money, and you don't have to pay me back the loan that I gave you in order to open up the club. And so Cassie was pissed because he was even like treating her like, I said, wait a minute, did he just lightweight slap her? Is this a pimp in this hoe situation? And I think she realized, oh, is this what we're doing? No, get out of my office. I'm thinking, well, if you paid for it, let's see how long this is gonna last. Because she said, go back to your wife. Go back. Now we get a gospel moment. We need one, a reset. Carlotta is letting that gospel music play. I wish that she did. Oh, yeah, I'm tired. But look, I don't want to get hit with any copyright, so we're gonna keep this cute. But she went, let the first part go, and then you know when you're really feeling a song, you need that message, and you're only interested in that one part. It sounded like she was just gonna listen to that part over and over again to build her back up because she's been broken down by life and situation, circumstance. And I'm glad Miss Bruce talked to Carlotta and said, no offense, but you're looking a little tired, so we need you to get some rest. Because this isn't, I don't want you run down. Because she's talking about all the things that she has to do. Now, Star and Jackson have to figure out how are they going to get in there. And Jackson said, all right, maybe I can do this and do that. Star says, wait, just follow my lead. She pretends to be drunk girl outside the club. Like, oh no, I want to go and dance. And so security just lets them go through. I said, oh, is that easy? Okay. Now we see Cassie actually lets Andy go because Cassie's trying to pretend to be brand new. She tells him, leave and don't come back, or she will kill him. Now Carlotta has a lot riding on this event, and Mateo lets her know, reminds her of it. And Terrence talks about how he does not like Mateo. He does not like Mateo. He's doing this purely because of the talent that's going to be there. Derek is asking questions at the club about the guy who raped his grandma, but he's just asking about a certain crew. And that's not something you ever do. I said, Derek, you're from the streets. You're supposed to know these things. So now Star, she sneaks into Mateo's office. She's trying to find something of his. And Jackson is playing lookout. I said, Jackson, actually be lookout, not look at your baby mama. So that's when she finds his football, his ring, his Super Bowl ring. I'm not sure what year, but she found it. So she's going to take it and use it as leverage. Derek, again, not doing the smartest thing. The crew that he was asking about, the members come out, and now, thankfully, it's a nightclub. So the police were right around the corner waiting for some shenanigans to go down. And so he was saved by that. But now Alex is trying to figure out, where's Derek? Where's Derek? Anyway, her stalker's there, so her stalker will always be there to support her. Simone backs out of doing the speech because her friend tells her, oh, we actually just did some alterations. And Simone has very little confidence. I do believe that she can read, but her reading comprehension may not be strong enough in a public setting for her to just go and knock it out. When she's on stage, it's never herself. And she's never alone. It's always three people. I mean, even Miss Bruce talked about how she's always a little pitchy, she's always a little this and that, but we love her anyway. Now Terrence is doing this speech about gun violence. He does a moment of silence, but Carlotta, she couldn't keep her eyes closed because she kept seeing the death of High Hill whenever her eyes are closed because she's being triggered all the time. She has PTSD. So now Alex goes, and I said, I actually like this song. I like this song. And I said, okay, it's a gala, so she's going, she's singing, she's doing what she needs to do. Terrence is looking at her like, Look at that little sis up there. I'm proud of her. There was a wind machine out of nowhere. I said, oh my gosh, come on with the extraness. And then 5, 4, 3, 2, we see the stalker come. And I said, wait, the stalker has vocals. I said, wait, the stalker has a similar singing sound like Alex. I said, oh no, she's really trying to replace you. Singing Alex's song, Alex visibly looking confused, the stalker looking. I said, why are you wearing that? Why are you wearing that? Being all extra, you know, if it wasn't for the fact that her dress was at least halfway see-through and covering everything to a certain extent. I said, Money, where's your clothes? You just look a mess. You look like the bargain brand. And she really thought that she did it. Alex was visibly pissed. Terrence was irked because he's trying to figure out, oh, so y'all trying to make a mockery of this? You're trying to play games with me? Really? Really? So Alex is irritated because the stalker is trying to make this excuse of how, I knew you were nervous. I wanted to go and help you out. And Alex was like, look, this is my first solo performance in a long time, and you took this away from me. And she said, I understand that you were really just trying to help me. But Alex knows that she can't trust her. She can't trust her. She cannot trust her. She better not be able to trust her. Carlotta is trying to make amends. She's trying to go and schmooze the situation. But it just looks really bad. It looks really bad. It looks unprofessional. It looks like they're making a joke out of this. And so he's not pleased. Mateo's wife talks to Simone. And Simone's just like, look, this is all that she has. After take 3, she just, it's just too much for her. And I felt bad. I felt really bad because I'm like, oh Lord, her confidence is just MIA, completely MIA. I'm trying to figure out, did I not see the rest of this episode? Hold on. Yeah, so I just realized that I didn't actually finish watching the rest of the episode, so I just had to go and do that. Wow. Anyway, so Maurice comes to Star's place and Jackson gives back the ring. He gives back the ring because he understands that Maurice probably had cameras all around and could have had Star in jail. And Maurice is that petty, he would probably do it. Star wanted to fight, Star didn't care. for whatever reason, I don't know if this was a part of the plan or not. What I do know is that the dude who raped Miss Ruby came around the corner, saw Andy, and was going to try and beat them up. But instead, Andy ran to the street and he got hit with a car. Now again, I don't know, the car initially stopped, but I don't know if the car just kept going or not. All I do know is the next thing that we see is Andy is, well, Carlotta, she's just singing her song, and Andy, he's barely alive, makes it to her doorstep, and she's like, oh my God, because I think this is the time she realizes, all right, it's time to forgive this boy. But he dies. He ends up dying, and that's when she has to tell everyone he was caught up in a lot of mess, and she's still just going to push through because there's nothing else that she can really do at this point. X and Cassie, they temporarily make amends. He apologizes to her, and that was pretty much enough for now. Next thing we see is that Star, she makes amends with Jackson because she understands and appreciates, okay, you're looking out for me, and plus a silver spoon in my baby's mouth won't do anything if, you know, the parents aren't right or if the home life isn't good. And I said, look at Star in this grove. And then we see Noah, comes to the club with Megan, and Megan says, here's Noah's new contract, and we know that you'll go and do it. And Maurice is upset because it's like, really? You involve my girl? Look, I knew you wouldn't listen to me, but you would listen to her. Derek got arrested and has to tell Alex. And so then the last thing is Carlotta's still going through it. So it looks like she goes wandering the streets with a bottle singing. I'm like, oh my gosh. So that's it. Please like, comment, subscribe. Come back. We'll watch my other stuff.
Remember to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe and come back.